Hello everyone, we're gonna start our weekly encounter. We are here with Chris, Yaisa, Kevin, and Laura. Right? Okay. So tell me about you. How have you been? Okay, so Kevin says, good afternoon, teacher. Yeah, good afternoon, Kevin. So I hope all of you are safe and well. Yeah, because I know. Okay, so Laura says, hi, teacher. Hi, Laura. So how's it going? How's work? Oh, a little bit tired. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Laura. Oh, but great. Okay, so I wanna ask all of you if if you're willing to join a Zoom meeting.
In Zoom, teacher, what did you say?
Do you know Zoom?
Yeah, the
Yes.
app.
Yes, the app.
Uh, you
Yes.
mean right now? Like
We
change
can
the
try if it works. Okay,
But I
for
don't have
everyone.
I don't have the app in my cell phone, teacher. Is it possible in the next class?
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I wanted to just like give it a try today, but maybe a little bit later because if we use Zoom, they have a really nice feature because we can split the classroom into groups, and in that way you can have like a conversation with a partner, but without anybody else in the same conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
yes, I understand.
Like imagine we are in a classroom, right? And then I say, okay, so now you can work in groups or in pairs,
okay.
right? So you're gonna be only with that person in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna have like a face-to-face conversation with your classmate, but only you and that person.
Okay. That's
Okay, so
fine.
yeah, I think that would be nice. So today, maybe later, we can just give it a try. If it works for everyone, then the next class, we can have the session using Zoom. So do you agree?
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Just gonna ask you a favor, but I use it the this I use it my PC, right?
Mhm.
So when you I don't have Zoom in the application in the PC. I just use it in the browser, right?
Mhm.
So you can share the link every time you're gonna log.
Yes, yes.
So I can,
Mhm.
yeah, okay,
Yes, I'll
exactly.
try to just share the link. So in that way, you can do it easily.
Yeah, exactly.
So no worries. Okay, guys. So as my webcam is not working today, so I think I'll just keep my photo. So sorry about that. Now I'm gonna share the screen to show you the PowerPoint presentation. Please let me know if you can see it. It must be a yellow slide. Okay. So can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a very easy question. Okay, so what did you do yesterday? What did you do yesterday, guys?
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay, yes, please.
um, Yesterday, well, in the morning, I just went to the sorry. In the morning, I just went to the school when I got yeah. Sorry, I forgot the name. You know the practice when you go to school because we got the componente práctico. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your
So
practicum.
yes, that's it. Just go in the morning, like 2 hours, and the rest of the time, um, I was here in my home. Maybe no, sorry, maybe not.
Okay.
And then I just go and meet with a friend who is live near right here in my home. So boring,
Okay.
right?
No, don't say that.
I just kidding.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. What do you have to do for your practicum?
No, I just what? I just had to watch the class, right?
Oh,
And
oh, to
maybe
attend.
yeah, to attend, and maybe help to teacher with the with the kids or something like that. But I can do I can ¿cómo se diría? Dirigir como impartir clase. I can.
Teach class.
Okay. Y
Easy, right?
quería hacer una palabra mucho más fancy.
No, I'm not. To
Sí,
be
claro,
honest, yeah,
quería
we,
emplear.
we usually say I teach classes or yeah,
Yeah, I just want to expand my
or
vocabulary, right? So
maybe maybe performed. You can also say performed.
well, okay. Yeah, it could be that way. But okay, just only yes to attend the class to see how the teacher is doing and that's it. And I'm feel a lot of the like formats and no sé como formatos. I have to feel a lot
But
of them
what
from the
you mean
university, you know.
for university is so forms.
Forms, right? Forms and formats. It's
So
forms.
you can say I felt out some
Okay, a phrasal verb. Yes,
yeah
I have
yeah
to fill
felt
out a
out.
lot of forms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the others partners here if they doing this or if they already did and in other semesters, but
I
it's
don't know,
quite
guys,
busy.
but have you done the same? Have you filled out some forms like Chris did or no?
No, I know everybody have to do it when
Mm-hmm.
when they see this component, the practical component. Is component or
Oh,
component?
mm-hmm. So when is the deadline?
Sorry.
When is the deadline?
I'm just doing two. I had didactics and I had foreign language acquisition and learning, but just passed. The deadline was like 2 days ago. And the didactics is the 28th March.
Okay, I see. Well, it's nice you did it before. Okay, Kevin says, I did some activities and went out with some friends of mine. Okay. Yeah, that's nice, Kevin. Yeah, usually I don't know. I would say that's in the amidst of COVID, we're not supposed to hang out with friends, but I don't know if you did. Okay, yeah, why not? And Yaisa says, I took a break from work because I felt kind of tired. I'm gonna fill all the forms today. Oh my, it looks like you're gonna have a very entertaining evening, right? Oh my. all the forms. I don't know, maybe there are a lot, right? I don't know how many. Well, as for me, okay, I know nobody's asking me, but I would say, as for me,
Yeah,
yeah,
what did you do yesterday, Laura?
yeah. Oh
Tell
my,
us, tell us why.
I did a lot of homework. Yes, I did a lot of homework um, for university. And also I was working on my CV. CV is my curriculum vitae. Yeah, CV, or you can also say resume. Yeah, because the idea is to have some summer jobs. And if I want to apply, I have to nail my CV. Okay, Laura says, yesterday I was working from 3 a.m. until 11:45 a.m. Wow. Then I went home and had lunch. Okay, so now I see why you're tired. In the afternoon, I also had to attend my practical class for 3 hours. My goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Yes, I don't know if I told you, but I'm also studying here to be a librarian. So that's why I was working on my CV, and the idea is to start doing some work in the field. So to see how it goes. And okay, so Laura also says, and then, well, I suppose it's then. I then had dinner and I went to sleep. Yeah, it was a busy day. Yeah, you can say that it was a hectic day.
Yeah, Laura has what, had a busy day yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to say a fancy word instead of busy, you can say hectic.
Hectic.
Yeah, hectic day.
Didn't know that word.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like busy.
was hectic. It's my
Hec-
first time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Laura made me
Sorry.
feel shame about my day, about my yesterday day.
Oh
Thanks, Laura.
my.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh. Yeah, actually, Yaisa says, I must admit that Laura I mean, I think it's works, right? Works really hard. I admire you for that. Yes, me too. Yeah.
Chris, what did you say? I didn't understand.
So Yaisa says, I must admit that Laura works really hard. I admire you for that. Yeah, and I say
Sorry,
that I agree. Yeah,
La,
because
Laura
imagine.
asking me. Laura asking me. You're right. It was Laura. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just said that you made me feel shame, right?
Mm.
Because you do a lot of things, yesterday, I mean your day. So I really don't do anything like you. Like,
But
oh Mike, you're so lazy.
but it's not like you
Yeah.
did anything. You filled
No,
out the
yes.
forms, right?
Oh
On
no,
time.
right, yes.
So
That's
I think it's just different things. Yeah, and for sure,
Yeah, of
yes.
course.
Okay, so Laura's schedule, it's wow, it's
Yeah, it's 3
very
a.m.
difficult.
right? 3 a.m. is like, well,
Yeah.
maybe
Kevin
she.
says, in the afternoon, I read my favorite book. Yes. Okay, so now pay attention with the word with this verb, you have the same spelling in present and past, but the pronunciation is different in past, okay? So in present, you say I read. In past simple, you say I read, okay? But same spelling, okay? Just the pronunciation changes.
And it sounds like the color.
Yes, exactly.
Actually,
Yeah, yeah,
how crazy is that?
exactly. I'm gonna show you. Anytime you are in doubt and you're not sure about the pronunciation of a word, there's you can look it up uh, in the dictionary. It's called Cambridge Dictionary. I rely on this website when I'm in doubt, when I'm not sure about the pronunciation, especially because sometimes it changes, it varies between countries, right? And here they have the British and the American pronunciation. Okay, so let's say that we search the word read. Okay, let me see if I can share the link in the chat. Actually, I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, so please let me know if you can see my screen. It must be like blue and white. Can you see it?
No, it's more like black, you know.
Like
Or
black?
not right now, yeah. Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
the, the website, yeah, Cambridge
yes.
Dictionary.
Yeah,
They
I can
have
see you.
Okay, thank
and they
you.
have the phonetics.
Yes, yes. So it's great because you can here you can find the word and
Yeah.
you can find the pronunciation UK, I mean United Kingdom, US for the United States, right? Then let's see the American.
read,
Okay, could you hear the pronunciation?
Yeah, it's a long E, right? Because got the
Yeah.
in the phonetics is you can see
Mm-hmm.
the two. Um,
You can see the column.
yeah, the color. That's the word I was looking in my head. The color, yes.
Yeah, no worries. And then look at the past.
read,
Yeah, it sounds like red.
Right. And you also can find sentences, okay, and different meanings. Okay. So I highly recommend you this website when in doubt. Okay, okay, so just type it here. Yes. So I just think it's useful. Okay, guys. So thanks for sharing the activities you did yesterday, because actually today we're gonna talk about past simple. Okay, and past simple, it's a very important tense in English, right? Because if we want to describe what happened in the past, we have to use this tense. Um, okay, so now here we have some grammar rules. Okay, so here. Now, for most regular past verbs, you only have to add ed at the end. But this is for regular verbs. Okay, so in English we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. These ones are regular verbs. Okay, so that's why here it says most regular past simple verbs. Why are they regular? Because they follow a pattern, right? So, for example, if a verb ends in E, and here we have like, we only add D. And if a verb ends in Y, but pay attention here, this one is a little bit tricky. Okay, ends in Y, but before Y, there's a consonant, right? R is a consonant. So you have to drop the Y and add IED. And this is a very similar rule, a grammar rule, like in the comparatives. Do you remember? We were talking about comparatives. Yeah, but when, for example, we have the verb play. The verb play ends in Y, but before the Y, there's a vowel, which is A. So then you don't drop the Y, you just add ED. Okay, I'm gonna write that later in the chat, but just keep in mind that when you have Y and before the Y it's a consonant, you just remove the Y and change it for IED. And for one syllable verbs like stop, okay, if they have this ending consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the last consonant and write ed. Okay. And here we have some examples. My parents called me yesterday. So here you just add ed because this is a very common verb, right? So this is like many verbs in ed. But the other one, some played, as you can see before the Y, there's a vowel. So you just add ed. You don't change the Y. Do you have questions about this one?
No.
No? Anybody else?
No, teacher, it's okay.
No? Okay. Kevin says no. Okay, so now I want you to brainstorm, okay? I want you to tell me more verbs using these endings, D, ED, IED, or when you double the last consonant and you add ED. Just verbs, okay? You can say them or you can write them in the chat, okay? Also, I will write some examples as well, yeah, to give you more ideas. Okay, so for example, the verb dance ends in E, right? So you only add D, danced. Yes, study, studied. Tag, tagged. Yes, nice. Yeah, very well. Oh, jump, jumped. Yes. So yes, yes, I know it's B. Yeah, thank you. Work, worked. Yes. Now the thing with regular verbs, decide, decided. Yes, nice. Yeah. It's the pronunciation. Okay. I would say that that's the big deal with them. Listen, listened. The pronunciation, yes. Cook, cooked. Yes, Kevin. Well done. Okay, Laura. I'm sorry. Stayed. Yes, yeah, you see, because stay ends in Y, but before the Y, you have a vowel. So you just add ed. Okay, yeah, that's, yeah, very nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the pronunciation, how to pronounce regular verbs, because I know it might be a little bit complicated, let's say. Okay, so now here you're gonna find 3 columns. For each column, you have a different pronunciation. I don't know, are you familiar with this or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, you're familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Well,
much better.
no, but I can say it well all of the time in some words. Oh, it's more complicated and
Yeah.
complicated in some words.
Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is you can learn them by heart, okay? For example, every time you see a verb which ends in T or D, you just pronounce like it at the end, like
Uh-huh.
wanted, needed. This one is
That's
easy.
that's the easiest rule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you can also notice that this sounds like P, K, sh, G, H, uh, s, X are voiceless. So the problem is today my webcam is not working well. So, but if you're supposed to put your hand on your throat, and every time you're pronouncing, for example, a verb which ends in P, like stop, so you will notice a difference, like your vocal cords vibrate or no, and that makes something voiceless or voiced. That's the main difference. But maybe next class, when my webcam works, okay, I will show you better. In the meantime, just try to remember that every time you have verbs which end with these letters, you have to pronounce ed like T. For example, work, right? So the verb is work. Work ends in K. Now, to make that simple past, you pronounce the ending as T. So worked, worked. Okay. And the same like watched, watched. I watched TV yesterday. And so on, right? Or fixed, right? And but when a verb ends in L, N, like learn, right? Learn. So you can say learned, learned. So it ends in D, a D sound, or loved, used, followed, enjoyed, amazed. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, teacher, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want you to use the verb you typed in the chat and try to pronounce it in the past simple form. Okay. So who wants to give it a try? For example, Chris used decided, right? So Chris can say that word. Um, Laura can use, yeah, listen in past. Yeah, it's a work in past and so on. Laura job, study, tag, but in past simple. Okay, so who wants to start?
Listened.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, well done. And the other one, Laura. Oh, you said study, tag, and jump.
Let me see, teacher.
Okay. And so in the meantime, I don't know, maybe Chris, maybe Yaisa or Kevin. You can also practice the pronunciation of your verbs.
I'm not sure if the verb I use is ending in decide or
Mm. Yeah, decided. Mm-hmm.
is decided, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
um there are I'm gonna ask you but I forget. Yeah. For example, the verb breathe, like in that case, that T, it could be like hard to pronounce. Like
Yeah.
what it will
If
be,
you if
it will
that
be it will be breathed, or something like that. Breathe,
if
because the
that
th at the end, the
mhm.
breathe is quite difficult to connect with that T. Breathe. I
Yes,
don't know how
yes,
to
but
sound that.
it's supposed to be like breathed,
Oh, right.
breathed,
Breathe.
breathed.
Breathe.
So you make the th sound, and when you finish it, you
You put
make the
that.
t sound.
You put the T. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're talking, when you're in a conversation, is
Mm-hmm.
it's quite difficult because you.
Yeah, yeah. You
But I
just
guess
have
it's
to practice, I would
yeah.
say. Try just to practice. In English, it happens with other words. For example, look at this one. Look at this word. This word is just a noun. It's not a verb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Task. Because it
tasks,
ends in ends. Tax.
tasks. So you finish the word and then you make the other sound,
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
right? Yeah, you have like a bunch of consonants. Yeah, together. So weird. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's nice. Okay, so what about Kevin and Yaisa? Do you want to give it a try to the pronunciation of your words?
Work, words.
Yeah, worked. Yeah.
Yes, words.
Mhm. Yes, nice, Yaisa. And Kevin? Ah, okay. So you cannot use your microphone, right? Okay, so yeah. Laura, do you find out how to pronounce the other ones?
Studied.
Studied. Mm-hmm. And the other one?
Tagged.
Tagged. Mm-hmm. And the last one, jump. How do you pronounce jump?
Jumped.
Yes, with T, right? T at the end. Yeah, very well. Very nice. Yeah, all of you. Okay. So now, but we also have irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are a little bit different, well, actually are very different because they don't follow a pattern. Okay, so that's why you have to learn them by heart, or yeah, you have to test your memory. Okay, so they usually, for example, usually with a different ending, they have a different ending. Sometimes the word changes completely. And here you have some examples. I woke up early this morning, right? I woke up. So woke up, woke is the verb, which in present is wake, right? So wake, woke. So here you just change a vowel. But look at the verb went. So went in the present is go. So you change the word completely. Or took. Okay, took is supposed to be take in present simple. So he takes, he took. So that's why they are irregular. They don't follow a pattern. So can you tell me some examples of irregular verbs? Some irregular verbs you're familiar with or you use very commonly?
Teacher, why did you ask?
If you can list some other irregular verbs that you use frequently.
Ah, okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a list. Okay, so here I have a list of very common verbs, irregular verbs. Begin, began. So you see?
See, so.
See, so.
Oh,
Um,
there you have it, read and read.
yes. Oh, you see? And you have in brackets the pronunciation. Yeah. Beautiful, huh? And do, did, eat, ate. Yeah, very common, those verbs. Sleep, slept.
Yeah.
What? Sell, sold. Yes. So if you know other verbs, okay, other than these ones, okay, please let me know. Write in the
Become,
chat.
became.
Become, became. Yes, it's not in the list, but yes. Yeah. Yeah, we have here have. Here.
Teach and tough.
Teach
I don't
and
understand.
taught.
On begin, on begun.
Tough
Sorry?
Oh, yeah, it's the first one. Sorry.
is in the list.
Yes, in the
Yes.
list.
I,
Yeah.
I can't put on my
No,
can't put on my
it's okay.
glasses. Fuck.
Yeah, but you
Actually, I don't
see,
have my glasses.
no, no worries. You know, actually, there are more. There are lots of irregular verbs you can use. Okay, this is just a short list of frequent verbs, but there are lots. Okay, in the chat, Kevin says, find out, found out. Yaisa says, fight, fought. Okay, so the only thing is fight. I think it's like this. Oh, yeah, it says become, became. Do, did, get, got. Yes, nice. Yeah, very well. Okay, yeah. Really nice. Okay, so now how do you make questions? You can make questions using the auxiliary did, and then the subject and the infinitive verb, right? If you want to ask for information questions, you can use WH words. WH words like where, when, what, why, which, right? And here you have two examples. Okay, so in the first one, did you wake up early this morning? Yes, I did. Or you can also say, no, I didn't. Okay. And remember, didn't is the contraction for did not. Or you can say just a full answer. Yes, I woke up early this morning. Now, if you add the WH word, you have to add it at the beginning of the question. So you must say, where did you travel 2 years ago? I traveled to Brazil 2 years ago. I wish. But no, I wish I could. Yeah. But this is the idea, guys, right? So if it's just a yes/no question, you start using did. If it's an information question, you have to add the WH word at the beginning. Okay. So please try to write at least one question, one WH question, or a yes/no question in the chat. Only one. I'm gonna ask many questions here to give you examples. Did you? Who do you live with? Oh, that's a good question. Yes, who do you live with? Yeah, and then you say I. Oh, but the only thing is, as we're talking about past, we need did, right? So who did you live with? I don't know, when you were working in, or where you were living in another country. Right? Why did you do that? Yes, the reason, right? Where do you sleep last night? Oh my goodness, like the song. Which song? What did you do yesterday? Yeah, what did you do yesterday? Yes. When did you um, who did you live with when you were a child? Yes, that's a nice question. Kevin says, when did you play soccer? Okay, nice, yeah. So you see, in these WH questions, you're talking about people, who, time, when, place, where, reason, why. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, did you hear the song that I sent you? Okay, this is a yes/no question. Yeah. Or for example, did you feel tired yesterday? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, very well. Now, to make the negative, it's even easier because you just have to add didn't, did not, right? Or you can also add wasn't or weren't for the verb to be. Okay, and here I'm gonna break it down. in the first example, you say, my parents didn't call me yesterday. Now, if you can notice, okay, after didn't, okay, the verb is in the infinitive form, right? Or in the base form. So you don't change the verb. So here you don't add ed, nothing. Why? Because here the past simple form, it's the auxiliary, okay? And it's the same with the question, right? In the question, you also have the infinitive form of the verb, okay? Okay, so today we're gonna play some games, okay? If we have time, I hope so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and here we also are talking about the past simple verb to be. So we use was and were, right? So was Sam at home last night? Yes, he was. Or no, he wasn't. Where were you last night? I was at the hospital, right? So it's very similar to the other questions we did, but with this ones, we use was or were because the verb is the verb to be. Okay, so I want you to make at least only one question, okay, with was and were in the chat. Or just say it, or you can ask real questions, questions you want to know about your classmates. For example, Laura works at the airport, right? So you can say, were you were you awake during your shift? Were you awake during your shift? Okay, were you awake? No, because sometimes we don't know, Laura. Yeah. So maybe you would say, oh, you know what? I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'll come back. No, but I'm teasing you. You're not like that. You're very responsible. I know. Yeah, I know you're very responsible. Yes, Laura. Okay, so there are more people writing. Okay, Kevin says, no, I wasn't. No, you see? Oh my. That happens. That I know that happens. People get very tired. Yeah, sometimes it's very difficult. Yeah. Okay.
Teacher, how do you say, si no, me echan?
Otherwise, okay, I'm gonna write it. Otherwise,
Look at fire.
yeah,
AD, no, right? ED, fired.
yeah, I got fired. Yeah. Were all the students paying attention? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You don't know?
But
Okay, but
what the other students have to say about that question?
okay, but pay attention here. Okay, pay attention here. Actually, this sentence is past continuous. And
Yeah,
that's yeah,
yes,
and
actually, yes.
and that's another tense.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's good. It's good you wrote it because here we can make the difference, right? Here you have two verbs. You have the verb to be, where, and you have the verb paying, right? So when you have paying, so a
Yeah,
verb
it's
plus
something.
ing,
It's something in the past, but it still happened in the present, right? Like this. It's something.
or
It was
not
happening.
something that happened in the past for like it was an ongoing action, okay, an
Ah,
action
okay.
that was done during a time.
A time, a period. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, and Kevin is typing. Yes, yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's difficult to keep up with work classes. I know. Where were you before yesterday? Okay, before yesterday, like 2 days ago. Um, 2 days ago was today's Thursday. Oh, 2 days ago I went downtown. Yes, I went downtown and I um, went to a restaurant. Nice. Okay, so Yaisa and Chris, was the teacher worried about teaching us this topic? Oh, that's a good question. Well, worried. Well, yes, because I had to plan the class. So yes, I was worried. Um, yeah, but it's just because I have to create the material for all classes. Were you and me at the same place? Oh my, I I doubt.
Ah,
Let
okay. I gotta say, what you say? Oh my, it made me be like, what? My question is weird, weird
maybe
or
the only
something.
place is here, right?
Yes, maybe.
Yes, I would say. Yeah, nowadays,
Oh, or maybe. Ah, no. You said you never been here in Cali, right?
no,
So,
never.
ni-
Yeah, too bad, too bad.
not even
Someday.
in the same city.
No, sorry.
Sorry, Claudia. You are from where you are from?
I'm from Cartagena.
Ah, okay. Yes. Neither do I. Been in Cartagena.
Ah, sorry.
Neither do I. Been in Cartagena.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
been in Cartagena. Actually, I don't. I never see the Atlantic Sea. The ocean, Atlantic
Oh,
Ocean.
okay.
I just only knew the
The
Pacific
Caribbean
or
Sea. The Caribbean Sea. Yeah, the Caribbean Sea. It's a little bit different than the Pacific. I've been to the Pacific, but not Cali. I've been to Lima, Peru,
Mhm.
and there they have the sea, the Pacific. It's a little bit darker than
Yes,
the Caribbean, and it's colder as well.
and it's more
Uh,
like more wavy, right? It's like I don't know how to
and
say it.
yes, yeah, yeah. I would say it's wilder. It's
Oh, right, yeah, wilder. Yeah, wilder as well.
yeah, but the Caribbean is a very calm sea, very calm. Okay, guys, so that was great. So now here you have some pictures, okay? And I brought it because it reminds me of a really nice person we have in the chat, right?
Yes.
Yes. You see this
Actually, it's
girl here?
Laura. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's well, at least this girl travels.
And it looks like I don't know, maybe I don't know
Yeah, I don't know if
how
she's
loud it looks.
wearing. Yeah, I don't know if she's wearing a uniform, or if that's her regular clothes. But if it were in uniform, that would be like a flight attendant. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a passenger. I would say probably. But it reminds me of her because she works at
Yes,
the
and
airport.
the worker is the guy.
The worker
Okay,
is the guy.
Is
Mm.
the guy
okay, and
in green.
what's going on in the fight picture? I mean, what's wrong with the airplanes? Well, at least the one is in the air. It's weird picture. The fight
Yeah.
picture.
Why? Why is
Why
this
do you
weird?
say is it weird?
I don't know. The one in the air is like strange in that kind of position.
Because it's taking off.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's because it's taking off, right? It's the
Yeah, but
Yeah,
part.
still,
it's taking
yeah,
off, and the other one is waiting for taking off.
yeah, I can see
Mm-hmm.
that, but, but it's still weird the picture. Like, I mean, I don't know. Forget
Oh,
about
no worries. No.
it.
Oh my. Okay, so now
I
here
just need
you
coffee.
will find. Sorry, sorry, Chris. What did you say?
No, no, no. I just need coffee, maybe.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to look at the pictures and I want you to use verbs from the box, but in the past simple form. Okay. I'm gonna try to help you see the pictures better. Okay, so for example, in the first picture, you can see that there's an alarm clock, right? And she is in bed. So what would be the right sentence for this picture? Because let's say that we're talking about yesterday, right? And it's a story about Lisa. So the girl is called Lisa.
Yesterday, Lisa woke up very early at 4 a.m.
Okay, well, it says 6, but yeah, why not? Yeah, 4 p.m. or
But we are supposed to use the birds in the list in above, right? Because it's get up, and get up is the same the present and the past. Get up don't change.
get up, got up.
Oh, it's got up.
Yeah, these verbs are in the present form, but you have to change them in the
Yeah.
past
So
form.
in this case, it would be got up. No, right?
Yeah, got
Like
up,
she.
but it's okay if you use other verbs, it's okay
Oh,
as
okay.
long as you combine the meaning of the pictures.
Ah, okay. Wake up is not in the list.
Yeah, it's not in the list, but
Oh, excuse me.
I'm
Yeah,
okay with that. I'm okay with
it
woke up.
works. Yes, it works, but they have to be on the list.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Chris, you're very strict, huh?
Yes. So Laura, use the list, please.
Oh my.
Okay, okay. Excuse me.
Si no, hay tabla. Como
Oh my.
like it's just another Simpson reference.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
Lisa got up at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, she got up at 4.
because she had to. Ah, no.
Mm-hmm.
The next picture is Lisa in a car.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it could be, and then she arrived by car. at the airport.
Yeah, you can say that, or you can say Lisa got up at 4 or 6 p.m. I don't know, because she had to travel to
Oh,
Madrid.
yes.
Madrid is
Oh,
the last
yes.
picture. Yeah, and then in the second picture, remember, if you, I know Kevin and Yaisa sometimes can't use the microphone, so if you want, you can write sentences in the chat. I cannot go to the chat now because I'm showing the slide, but if you write sentences for the pictures, that would be great. Okay. So let's continue with the second picture. Okay, so Chris, you were saying that uh, she
Um, s- uh,
arrived to the airport,
Sorry,
right?
Claudia.
But
Can I read the Jaisa just put an answer? Can I read it and you, because
oh,
you can change. Ah, okay. No, I'm just gonna read it to you,
okay, if
just
you read
not
it,
to,
yeah, thank you. That would be great. Yeah, to be honest, because to me it's very
and
difficult.
then you don't have to get out of the
Mhm.
slide. Yeah. Then she said then she took his car and drove to the airport.
Okay, yeah, you can say that, Jaisa. Yeah, very well. She took her car and drove to the airport. Yes, and here we have drive, drove, and take, took. Okay, now in the third picture. So in the third picture, she's at the airport, right?
In the check-in.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. A very common scene, right, Laura?
Tell me, teacher.
A very common scene.
Yeah. Every
Yes.
day.
Every day you have this scene. Okay, so what did she do? What did she do in this picture, in number three, picture number three?
Mm,
So she
so
has like a suitcase, right? And she has a purse, but I guess that behind her there's her luggage.
yeah.
sorry, Claudia. I have the
Hmm?
Kevin and Jaisa. Kevin wrote, she bought the tickets and waited for her plane.
Um, so sorry, her tickets?
She bought the tickets. I think it's pronounced bought. Yeah, bought.
Okay.
Like buy in past. And the tickets and wait for her plane.
Ah, you mean she bought?
Bought. Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
she
She
bought. No,
bought the
it's okay.
tickets and
Mhm.
wait for her
But this is
plane.
not the sale office.
Yeah, exactly. This is the check-in.
This is the counter.
Mm-hmm. So
Well,
you can
as
say
Kevin said,
she.
I don't know. And Jaisa wrote, once she arrived, a man
Mm.
attended her in the check-in area. Once
Um,
she arrived, a man attended her in the check-in area. Sorry.
the check-in area. Yeah, but when she's in the check-in area, let's say that she bought the tickets before she got to the check-in counter. Before that, yes, let's say that she bought the tickets, but once she arrived to the check-in counter, and you can say that she checked her luggage in,
Yeah.
right? So she checked her luggage. You can say luggage, or you can say suitcase,
Baggage.
baggage,
Belongings,
baggage,
no? Belongings, no, it's no pertenencia.
belongings. Yeah. In. After that, what happened? She's sitting. Can you see? Um, what do you think happens in the fourth picture?
Sorry, what picture are you talking about?
And number 4.
Number four.
She waited
Oh, yeah.
at the
Mm-hmm.
Waited.
boarding room.
Yes, yes. So I guess this is what Yaisa was talking about before, right? And
Mhm.
she was, yeah, she waited.
She waited.
She
Or
waited.
and ate maybe a breakfast, something
At,
like that.
yeah, so maybe she's actually, let's say that she was at the lounge, yeah, lounge room. And airports have a really
At the
nice one,
boarding room, yeah.
right? Yes, yeah. Have you joined? Well, I guess Laura, of course, but I don't know if any of you have joined a lounge room at the airport.
No,
No,
no, never.
it's like they have like sometimes they have a bar. They have really nice chairs. They have music. They have they serve food and drinks. So it's a really nice place to wait for your
Um, you can
yeah
do
for
many
your
things.
plane.
No,
Mm-hmm.
my life is
You
not
can
that fancy.
eat, you can drink whatever you want.
my, li-
Yes,
my
yeah,
life,
You
yeah.
can
my,
see the
my,
TV.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
no,
Okay, yeah.
my life is not like fancy like that. So, actually, I never get abroad. I never
No?
get abroad.
Well,
I
not
mean,
yet.
I no, yeah. I mean, I obviously I get well. It's not obviously, but I took a plane sometimes for like a couple of times for Bogota, something like that, but never get abroad. So
Very good.
I don't know that places
Chris,
you. Yes,
Chris, where do you live?
Cali.
Okay, but where were
Well,
you
you.
born?
Sorry, come again.
Where were you born?
Oh, here, same
Okay, you're
place.
you're from Cali,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you don't have the accent.
No.
Why?
uh, um, yes, I have accent. I have, de hecho, tengo acento caleño, pero cuando hablo con personas como por educación, no sé, siempre lo hago. Sorry que lo diga esto en español. Siempre que hablo con
Mhm.
personas así que no conozco, no tengo pues cercanía, entonces trato de tener un acento como más, sí, no te voy a decir como ve Laura, como, si me entiendes, como el clásico pues ve o hizo, ese tipo de cosas, porque me parece que eso ya es
Mm.
muy, como muy confianzudo, entonces
Okay.
trato de no hacerlo.
Like between friends.
Yes, pero,
Okay, I
Okay.
see.
pero si querés te hablo así, ¿eh?
Oh, oh my. Oh my. Oh,
Eso
that's
sí te parece
hilarious.
caleño.
Sí, 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 eso sí.
Oh my. Okay, so that's great. That's hilarious. Okay, now in the fifth picture, right? So what happened in the fifth picture? The plane, you can see the word depart in the box. Oh, oops.
Or maybe flew away. It's flew, right? Flew away.
Um,
I know it's not there. The verb
The
fly.
airplane took off.
Ah, yeah, it's flies
you can
here.
say
Yeah,
took
flies here.
off or you can say departed. But
Departed.
if you say fly away,
But
it's
but it fly is the past fly
flew,
is flew,
flew.
right?
Yeah, flew. But it's I would say departed and took off are the right action verbs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's more
More com.
accurate.
Okay.
Accurate. Mhm. And then in the last picture, what happened? I don't know, maybe Jais and
Lisa
Kevin.
Lisa arrived to Madrid
Mhm.
and She
took
rents a car.
no, she took a
But
she took
rent
a
is
cab, a
not in the
taxi.
list. She
Yeah,
rented.
yeah, yeah.
She rented. She rented a car.
What is that?
But
But
it says
rent
taxi.
is not in the list.
She took a yes, she took a taxi.
I think she took a taxi. Maybe after she rented a car. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Okay. So well, here you can find some time markers we can use, like yesterday, last night, last year, last week, last month, right? Ago, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and okay, and when. Yeah, when is to talk about an action that happened in the past. For example, when I graduated from university, right, I applied for many jobs. So you are giving information about that time in the past. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh my, that's my husband working. Okay, so now here we have the game. I hope we have enough time. Okay, but I'm gonna show you, okay, what to do. I'm gonna paste this link in the chat, but before I'm gonna take you to that website. I'm gonna show you what to do. That's why I wanted to do this activity through Zoom, but I understand that I don't know, maybe I don't know, today we're gonna do it only through Skype. Okay, but let me switch. Okay. Oh, sorry, Yaisa. Once she arrived, a man attended her. Ah, okay, I have me. Okay, so yeah, now I remember. Okay, so you can see this board game where it says start, and then it has some squares. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Okay. So here you're gonna take turns. This is something that we would do in an in-person classroom. Okay. So in an in-person classroom, you would have like a coin or something to take turns. But here it doesn't matter. Okay, so you can just choose a question and to ask a friend, or to say or to answer by yourself. Okay, and I'm gonna give you an example here. Let's say that I start and I say the last time you played a game or a sport. So you have to talk about that for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay. So for example, you have to try to remember, and you have to try to say it quickly because you only have 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, so let's say, okay, so the last time I played a sport, it was when I was on a picnic 2 years ago. I know it was a long time ago, but I went with some friends and we played volleyball. Okay, you see, that's what you have to do.
Okay.
Okay, any questions about the activity? So that's why I wanted to check Zoom, to do it through Zoom, because there you will have like the break rooms where you can talk with your partner, only with your partner. But let me see if I can get the link, and maybe some of you can join the Zoom. But the only thing is, if I okay. So maybe in the meantime, try to do it, Chris and Chris and Laura. Okay, can you give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
teacher.
but how is gonna work here? I mean,
Okay, you choose one, whatever you want,
okay.
and your partner has to answer.
All right. Correct.
Mhm.
Chris,
So,
pick the
okay.
easiest, please.
Sorry.
Pick the easiest.
No, I'm just gonna say you start first. You choose one.
Okay, okay.
Ladies first. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, ladies first. Uh-huh.
Pick up the easy ones.
Mhm.
No, no. Whatever you
Mm.
want, it's okay.
When was the last time you were bored?
All the time, like all the time.
I know that
No, not right
that you
now.
were going
Not right now, of
to say
course,
that.
because the class is very interesting class. So right now,
Uh-huh.
no.
That's
But
that's that's a lie,
mm,
teacher.
Yeah, I see. So sad, so
You
disappointed. Oh
see, you see.
my. Yeah.
no, so you got me. No, no, actually, mm, I don't know. I can't remember. Like I get bored because it happens that I spend so much time here in my in my home, so sometimes I get bored easily, you know. But I just watch TV or play
Mm.
video games, listen music.
Oh, I see.
I know it's not the
But
answer
but
you expect, but but
but I don't think you
like a
you
boring
felt
person.
bored.
Sorry?
I don't think you felt bored
No.
because those
Well,
are the
it's
things that you like to do.
yeah, but I do it, but not feeling boring, you know. So
Okay. Okay.
okay, I'm gonna ask you right now. A party you didn't enjoy it, or party, whatever you're gonna party you
What?
didn't enjoy. A party you didn't enjoy, or a
A
party you
party?
didn't.
I never go to a party.
No.
I never go to parties. No.
So you never go to parties?
No.
Why? It's not.
No, because
Oh,
I don't
obviously, right.
like
Obviously,
I don't like to drink alcohol. I don't like to be in crowded places.
dancing.
Mm.
You don't like dancing
Yes, I like dancing, but
in my home alone.
no. Yes, why not? Sometimes
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I am learning,
Oh.
So,
maybe looking a video,
oh
I
yeah.
can dance in my bedroom
Mm.
in order to learn
So a
how to do
party.
it.
So a party you didn't.
Oh, okay. To learn dancing. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
right, a party you didn't enjoy. That never happens. That never happened.
No.
Okay. Okay. So now, Laura, if you want, you can ask, I don't know, Kevin, or, well, I know Kevin, he can use his microphone, but maybe Yaisa. Uh,
Okay.
or maybe if Yaisa, if you ask Yaisa, maybe she can answer in the chat. And same with Kevin. Okay.
Okay, the person who can answer the question is, what did you had for lunch yesterday?
What did you have for lunch yesterday? What did you have for lunch yesterday, Laura?
Tell me, teacher, are you asking me
Yeah, yeah,
the same
because
question?
yeah, because I think
Or I
Yaisa
don't
and
remember. Let
Kevin
me think. Yesterday, for lunch.
much or Yaisa, can you speak? I don't know if Yaisa can speak,
Let
she
me
can
think.
answer. Yeah, and in the
Uh,
meantime, you think, Laura. Mhm.
Uh, I lunch beans and rice. Yummy.
Beans and rice. Mhm.
Yes.
Yummy. Yeah. Okay, so you had, right? You had or you ate, yeah, beans and rice.
That was
Yeah,
my lunch today.
delicious. Yeah, you too?
Yeah,
Wow.
but today, not yesterday.
Today? Okay. Oh yeah, no, yesterday. Yesterday, I don't recall what I had for lunch yesterday.
I don't remember.
I know, me neither.
Uh,
What about you, Kevin? What did you have for lunch yesterday? If you want, you can type it in the chat if you cannot speak. Okay, in the meantime, please get ready to answer uh, another question. Okay, so let's, okay, Chris, you can ask Yaisa, or Yaisa, you can ask Chris as you prefer. Kevin says, I took a nap. Yeah, but Kevin, we're talking about food, about lunch. Yeah,
can we take a nap while he's at lunch?
so,
Sounds
oh,
nice.
okay, so you didn't have lunch. Oh my.
Took a nap. Jaisa, can you ask me if you want?
Mhm.
Mm, what about your last holidays?
Mhm.
My last holiday. What is that question?
Yeah, like your last
Ah,
vacation.
your last holiday.
Yeah, like
My,
your last vacation. I don't know.
oof,
Yeah.
it was long time ago. I even can't remember.
Oh my.
I guess it was before all this I forget the name.
Pandemic?
The pandemic. Yeah, the the. But there's another word I was thinking. The lockout. No, it was the
Lockdown?
lockdown. Yes, before the
Mhm.
lockdown. In December, I went to Salento. Because I have some uncles there. I have family. Um, we all uh, we all big. Sorry, we we were here. We were there. Like in
Mhm.
Christmas and stuff like that. I guess that was my last holiday.
Oh, okay, nice.
No, it's not nice because it was a long time ago. I want to go out again someplace.
Oh, and you couldn't. Oh,
Yes, I'm gonna cry.
oh, sorry about that. Poor Chris.
Yes, that's
Oh,
why I'm boring. That answer the
oh,
another question.
oh. But
That's
you would
what I'm
say
bored.
bored, bored,
That's what I'm
right?
bored person. Yes,
A boring person.
boring person.
No, no, don't say that.
Just kidding.
Okay, okay, Yaisa. Good question, Yaisa.
I just pulling your leg.
I can
Yes.
say the same about me. I am a boring person.
Really?
That's what people say.
People say to you, no, no, I don't think so. You both have a good conversation topic, so I wouldn't say that you're boring. No. Yeah. So maybe you don't have the same preferences, the same likes um, than the people who say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. Don't let anyone let you down. Okay, so and the last one. Okay, this one. Okay, so for this one, you have to speak a little bit more, okay? And I am gonna give you some time to think about it, okay? So you can have like 2 minutes to think about this one, but I want you to describe a positive experience that you had as a teenager. You should say what the positive experience was, where you were, who you were with, and explain why you found the experience positive. Okay. When you were a teenager. Okay. So you have to talk about something you really enjoyed when you were a teenager. Okay. So take your time, think about that. My suggestion is try to start using connectors like first, then, after, and finally. I'm gonna write those words in the chat to help you. Yes, I know it's a difficult question, so that's why I'm giving you some time. Kevin and Yaisa, if you want, you can type it in the chat. Otherwise, you can just say it. I would say that saying the story is easier than taking the time, the time to type, right? Okay, so first, use first, then after, finally, next. You can also use next. Okay, so these are some connectors, some sequencers that you can use. Okay. So Laura is typing. Again, I'm gonna show you the prompt. Mm. Can you repeat the question? I have a bad connection. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna paste it in the chat for you to see it. Yeah. So yeah, so for example, let's say, okay, I'm gonna talk about my an experience. Okay. First, I'd like to speak about the time when I was a teenager and I did some volunteer work for a non-for-profit organization. So during this time, I was knocking on doors and I was explaining about some diseases related to cancer and AIDS. You know AIDS, yes, it means SIDA. So I was giving an educational insight to people. I was explaining the symptoms and I was explaining why they shouldn't um, treat badly to people who have the disease. So that was my volunteer work and I did so for about 6 months. After that, I got a certification. And next, I also got very good reviews and a reference letter from the leader of the organization. And then finally, my my resume was really good because of that volunteer experience. So when I applied for jobs, they highlighted that experience, and that's why personally I think it was a great experience, because as a teenager having that knowledge, it helped me grow as a human being, as a person, and to be considerate and compassionate about people who have AIDS. Okay, so that was my example. So, but if you want, you can just keep it simple. You can say, I first, when I was a teenager, I traveled to Bogota, for example. It was my first time in a big city, and uh, everything was new to me, and I was very excited. Um, so I could see lots of buildings, and I met people from different parts of my country, so which helped me understand different cultures. And next, when I returned to my home city, I told everyone about my experience, and they were amused. And so finally, uh, I I traveled back to Bogota like 2 times, because I really enjoyed the capital city of my country. That's another example.
That sounded like a true story.
Yeah, yeah, it sounded. Yeah, it is. It is a true story.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but I don't know, Chris, you can tell me about a teenage experience that was positive for you.
Okay. I just thinking one
You're thinking about that? Okay, take your time.
one of the I can tell, because teenagers do what teenagers.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. I bet. Yeah.
So no, I was a good teenager, I
Uh-huh.
guess.
Okay.
But
I hope so.
I but I remember that could be a good positive experience when I was maybe like 16 or 17, I believe. Um, I I uh, I had my first gig,
Mm-hmm.
but do you know what is a gig? Yes.
Yeah.
So um, I had a couple of friends, but back then, and they had a band, like a punk rock band.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing guitar, like maybe 2 3 years after that, but they allowed me to play, or asked me to play in the band, but the bass guitar.
Mm-hmm. The
So
bass
my
guitar. Mm-hmm.
my first kid was like that play was like was yes, my first kid was, yeah, playing guitar, playing bass guitar,
Mm-hmm.
so it
Mm-hmm.
was. um, then we go, the first gig was in Hamundi, here
Oh, nice.
in
At a
Batet.
bar?
No, it was like uh, like a cultural center, something like that, in the
Ah,
in the
okay,
in the
okay.
town.
Mm-hmm.
So it was my first gig, and I uh, sorry, forget the. But in that time, I have a teacher. It was so curious because the teacher was like the, I forget the name of the character in Spider-Man is. The flat one. How's the name? The flat one is.
Um,
Oh,
I
sorry,
don't
forget the
recall,
name.
but I know even I remember the bad guy, but
The bad
I can't remember the name.
guy. Yeah, but the okay, the teacher just like
No,
in the
no, it wasn't. Okay, sorry. Mhm.
but the teacher have the eyes of the character is the so in the black, they glow. So it was curious because the power shut down, the power shut down, and everything got like in darkness. So my teacher will light up all the place, because of that print in the t-shirt, and everybody was like, "Whoa, wow, amazing!" Something like that. And I think it was a good experience. It was great.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Mm,
So that was your first gig.
yeah.
Nice. And do you have gigs very often?
No, actually, right now, no. But I used to be in a band, the
Mhm.
Outlaws. We played like old rock and roll,
Ah,
60s and 17, and
okay.
and blues and all the stuff. But it was like a year before, maybe.
Mhm.
I spent like 15 years in that band.
Oh my, that's a lot of time. Nice.
Yes, but
Oh,
not anymore. Actually, I'm
mhm.
not playing. I'm not playing with nobody right now.
Mm, I'm
I'm
sorry,
not. I'm
but
not retired, but but I don't know. I
yeah.
just
Okay.
taking a time.
So thanks for sharing your memories. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't know about, okay, so Yais and Kevin are typing. Laura was typing before. I don't know if Laura is has finished. Oh, wow. Okay, so Yaisa says, I guess it's when, right? No hen. When I was 16, my friends and I entered a Pro Familia sex education group, in which they taught us everything a teenager needs to know to protect their sexual and reproductive health. Once we were trained in the subject, we had to go to the schools in the area to chat with students and teach them what we had learned. After that, our work was recognized, for which we participated in several competitions and talks at the national level, so much so that the school where we studied asked us to do the talks for the rest of our classmates. It was a beautiful experience that allowed us to contribute a little to our society. When? Yes. Oh, yeah, Isa, that's really nice. Very inspiring. Oh my. Kevin, first, when I was a teenager, I went out with my friends. Then we ate ice cream and drank juice. Next, we went to a movie. After that, we enjoyed so much. Finally, we got home. Yeah, yeah, the simple things of being a teenager, right? Hanging out with friends, don't when you don't have to care about paying bills, right? Or working. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I gonna ask Kevin. Kevin says drunk Jews. Are you sure that Jews don't have some vodka or something like that?
You're bad, huh? You're mean. Yeah.
I mean, you're a teenager, and we just drank juice. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a teenager do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
teenager things. Okay, what about Laura?
Okay, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read what I wrote, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
According to my feelings, a positive situation I had when I was a teenager was my first time studying English in an
Mhm.
academy. At
Okay.
the first time, I felt unconfident and I
Mm.
wanted to give up, but all the time I was encouraged by my sister. And while the time passed, I met my classmates and I
Mhm.
started feeling more comfortable. But the most positive point about this experience was when I met my teacher. He was a young guy, a very patient and a so sweet person. And I think it was the most positive thing in my process, and that is why I can say it was my best experience as a teenager, because thanks to him I realized that I really liked the language and I felt I wanted to learn more and more.
Oh, that's really nice and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. That's lovely. Yeah, and a teacher can make a difference, right?
Yes, that's totally true.
Because you can love the subject or you
Or
can
hey.
hate the subject just
Yeah.
because of the teacher. Yes. Okay, guys. So we have finished for today. Do you have any other questions about the topic today, about anything?
Chris, did you understand anything about what I read, or I read so bad?
No, sorry. I just out with the fairies. I really apologize. I'm doing other thing again. So
Ah, okay. I was worried.
no. I'm really sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, guys. So have a wonderful evening and see you
Okay, thank you
next
too.
week. Oh, thanks to you. Thanks for joining the class. Okay. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, Chris, bye,
Bye.
Have a
Jaisa.
great weekend
Bye.
Stay safe.
and not boring weekend.
Ah, don't say that. Bye, Isa. Bye. Yeah, don't say that.
Bye
I
bye.
have to work.
Boring.
I have to work on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice, to be honest.
It's not
Really
nice.
nice.
It's not nice.
Yeah, but me too. I also have to teach on Saturdays and Sundays. So thank you.
But from home.